So the Chapter 3 Mastery needs to come back to me with revisions if you needed to do revisions, or if you didn't need to do revisions, that's fine. And if you are nervous about, like, wait, did I turn mine back in or not? Well, when you look at your paper in your binder, does it have a grade on it? If it doesn't have a grade on it, you have not turned it back in. That is why I did not put a grade on it the first time. So I'm going to give you 424 today, but then we're going to do it in class. Probably most of it. So I was debating, should I give a quiz or should we play Jenga? And yeah, Jenga won out. So we will probably have a mini mastery when we come back from break, but that's, you'll take a few days off, see what we still remember. What's up? 423? Yeah, probably over here. So with it being Friday's homework, we should have looked at our plan book over the weekend and realized that we didn't have it. So there's another copy. But I would check your binder. I bet you have it somewhere. Guys, with us having put away old math books, by the way, was there anyone who was not here when we did this and we filed away our old math stuff? Anyone that wasn't here last week when we filed away old math stuff? No? Okay. So, announcements. Guys. As some people trail up and turn in homework that should have been turned in last week. Yeah, it's better than we did last week, like when we were down in the 50s, but come on, guys. Can we help each other out? Yeah, talk to your friends. If they're struggling to get their homework done, just do it together. Come to math lunch and do your homework together. Whatever. I mean, it's not fantastic. I will say that. All right, so get up 422 because that's one of the homeworks due today. I told you not to. So you can either come up to the bin and get it out or deal with the fact that you don't still have it. But considering I give very clear directions, if you already turned in 422, you should not have.
I'm checking if I can.
Let's get that done right now. We should probably just come to math. Please do not try to rush and get this done right now if it is not done. That's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I did with 42. Good George. Oh my gosh.
If it's not done, it's not done. Right? That's life. It happens. But you should have it done because this was Thursday. Do we have a deep sheeter today? Or no, you're over here. Our middle group has nobody at it. It is very weird. And check the bin. I have your Chapter 3 Mastery, which I think we maybe actually did. And that's it. I don't think I have any other papers. So, Mona, we can look for it later, but right now is not the time, and I don't think I've kept any of your papers. Do you want to check your folder in case you accidentally put it away? Guys, we should be checking our answers that should be down on our paper. If you don't have this done, you should at least be looking at it, saying, does the answer they have make sense? Obviously, the graph, you got to make your own graph. There's no, copying down a graph because you got to scale your axes. You got to do it on your own. Questions on at least the front. I mean, there was only one question on the front, but questions from the front? Is Layla here? Oh, there you go. That might have been me modifying the homework. Let me pull out my copy. So guys, your graph, and I don't know, we might have done 41 together, or this might be done from math lunch. But your graph for 41 should look something like this. I can't remember if we did it together or if we did it at math lunch. But I made my axes one in from the edge because the edge had the hole punch kind of messing up with it. That was like a me issue. We did X, Y's, right? Kind of like we did in the problem above in the example from class. And then it ended up in a straight line going through 0, 0, so it is proportional. On the back, what were you saying, Vincent? They don't have what?
The probability of gold. It was a joke. Because there is no gold. So therefore, it's zero probability. It's a trick question.
Does the book ask for it?
No?
Okay, you were just making a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to stay gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got to stay gold. All right, on the back, 42, 43. Questions on how we get x equals 3 or r equals 6. Guys, 43 is another one of those questions like we've seen before where we can chop off the r from both of them, right? Because there's an r on the top and the bottom part. We can chop that off. Then we could take 3 off of the 21, and what we have left, that would go with 3 r's. 44 is a difficult one. I gave you what your answers will be. So right here in the parentheses, associative, commutative, distributive, or addition, multiplication, division, and I guess subtraction, but subtraction really is addition. So you can really always say addition. So our first one here, guys, and you can copy this because we're doing it together. When we do the problems together, of course, do it with me if we're doing it together, but when we're just looking at answers, we don't want to copy that. That's called distribute. When they do the 2 times 7 and the 2 times 3. But this minus goes with the 2 because it's with the 2. So really it's negative. In my mind, it's a negative. And then coming from our second step to our third step, what happens? Well, my 4 moves over here. And my negative 2 times 7 moves over there. And they change the order of that. What is it when we change the order of numbers? Commutative. What did they do to get from step 1 down to step 2 here? They did the multiplication. Then when they changed the order, what changes order? Commutative. Right, so this would be multiply. They did the multiplication. No, this isn't distributive. Because here, this becomes this. So they did the addition, but then they also moved numbers around. So guys, here, this could either be addition or commutative. And then all they did, anyone want to help me? 4 times 5 got 20. 5 times negative 2 got negative 10. They did the multiplication. I'll leave D for you guys. Parentheses moved around in D. Parentheses moved around in D. I think we should remember which one goes with that. All right, so then 4, 2, 3. And guys, if you need help, come to Math Lunch, come to AO, come to Extensions. 4, 2, 3. Let's check it out. This is in the wrong place. I put Math 8 stuff in Math 7. How silly. I need a hole punch this while you guys are checking answers. Questions. did I assign this as homework or not? Okay, so yeah, that is what I forgot. So if this isn't done, let's make that due Tuesday. I gotta change this. I definitely did forget that. And that's why, like, legit, when I say I'm confused, that happens. But 423 is your homework for tonight. Okay, like, you gotta get it done. We're still gonna do 424, like, in class for what we're doing. I need to figure out a way to unmerge those now. So 423 is your homework still. 424 is what we're gonna do together. Okay? Because I already made Jenga. It already exists. I should have went back and watched my YouTube video to remember what I said. All right, so put 423 away, but turn in 424 or 422. 422, like we're going dancing. Some of you don't get that, and it's okay. As I walked around, I was like, way too many people haven't done this. Something is wrong. And that is what was wrong, right? All right, you guys got to help me out with who's not here, but we're about to move. So actually go ahead, and you don't need anything else out right now except for probably a pencil, maybe graph paper, but you probably don't even need that out. You can get out a calculator, but you're about to move. We're all about to move. Here's how we're doing Jenga. Here's how we're doing Jenga. I'm going to choose the teams again using random cards. We're going to have the north team, because it's the north side of the classroom. We're going to have the central team, which we're probably going to push these 3 desks back with those 3 desks and circle up back there. I guess they could use those. Here's what I'm really thinking. These 6, some amalgamation of desks back here. I guess they could use the corner group. And then this front group of desks. Okay? Does this make sense? It might not. I've already had one mess up this morning, so who knows? All right, and then as people aren't here, you guys got to help me out to realize that people are not here. Okay? All right, we're all shuffled up. All right, we'll make life easy by just doing all of Team North first. All right, here's the deal. We're all going to start with a freebie. You're like, wait, what? We're all going to start with a freebie because I messed up my homework paper, but then we're going to go north, central, south, and everyone's going to get to pull a block to make our game more interesting to start. So, on the back on 65. Everybody flip to the back, look at 65. Notice that it talks about equations that don't exist.
Then what?
So, yeah, that's a me goof up, right? So, what I want you to write here is a proportional relationship, right? They're asking about a proportional relationship. So, a proportional relationship equation, we said last week, is y equals a number times x. Not proportional is when we have y equals, sorry, this should actually be like a colon here probably, x plus or minus. If you are adding or subtracting, it is not proportional. And then actually, it doesn't matter if you have a number multiplying by the x. You could or you could not. But here's the example from the book for those. So, b is proportional because it's just a number times x. Even though that number is a fraction, it's a number times x. A and C would not be proportional because there's other numbers there. Now, when I check your homework, I'm going to be looking for something to be written here. So if you sat here and you think, Mr. Hudson's silly, he won't check that, please copy that down right now. Otherwise, you'll have to check minus later, and then your homework won't count. By the way, the reason 3A didn't win which is the Math 8 class, which some Math 7 people are like, well, it's not fair. They're better at math, which is not true because their math is harder. So, like, it's not about who's better. It's just about putting effort into your practice. They had check minuses. And check minuses don't count because people, like, skipped problems or totally didn't do the back of the worksheet. So, seriously, they would have won against 3B, but the check minuses kept them from winning. So, guys, get help, right? Before you turn your homework and get help. All right, so now, because we all started with a freebie, we're going to have Aiden, Carmen, and Deekshita. You can come up and pull a block, each of you, to get us started. Make that tower interesting. And then you can go give your teams. Then, assuming you do an outer block, it's 5. Middle block is 3. Right? So then you can give your team however many points you guys draw. But then, let's go ahead and start. Outer block, outer block. Hey, give your team points. So you get 5 points for an outer block. 5 points. 3 points for a middle one.
Lower outer block.
I kind of do agree. I like the lowers.
I'm trying. Red.
All right.
Good luck.
Here, we'll be fair now. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, right? To be fair. 3, 4. So the central team is going to start us out. Who is the Math Kids? Aiden is trying to be real suspenseful.
Clear on top. Clear on top.
All right, Math Kids. Eli, you are next on the deck. Give me a number.
5. Okay.
6. Oh, by the way, these are not in order. So these are all problems from your worksheet, but they are not in order. So this is 63B. Everybody look at 63B. You are doing this work on your paper with your classmates, with your teammates. I'm trying to brainwash you into doing math together. What separates terms? Addition separates terms. Addition separates terms. Everyone's going to need this written down when you turn in your homework, so you might as well help each other right now and get help if you need. Guys, even feel free to just, like, share papers. Like, show each other your papers to say, oh, is this right? And Eli, whenever you're ready, you can let me know. You are ready? Have you verified it with your team? I'm going to make sure the other teams have had time to chat with each other. All right. Eli, since you are the question person, what did you / your team, your whole team should have this on their paper. What did you guys get? -20 is correct. So either you or somebody come up to draw another block, and we will do another roll to see which team goes first or which team goes second. Watch out, watch out. Oh my gosh, it's 4 again. 3, 5. All right, so you guys get to go second. Kylie, you realize it's the same probability whichever way it rolls. Because like if you do this, you're for sure going to be going up or down from the set. So no, nothing was rigged there. You just like to say the world's against you because you're 12. Kylie, give me a number. 3. Sorry, I think you guys know this by now. I'm just really honest with you guys. And when somebody says something not mathematical, I got to call them out. And a lot of people, when they say, oh, that's rigged. Now. Another 63 one. I can't believe it. Because all of these problems are in this activity. Hey guys, by the way, you're allowed to tell me when I'm doing something that doesn't make sense. Like when I told you guys to turn in 4-2-3 today, one of you should have spoken up and been like, Hudson, you told us otherwise. It's okay, I make mistakes. I make mistakes. Kylie, you solving this with your team?
Yeah, get there.
Aha!
I'm done.
For a negative times a positive?
What did you guys get for it?
So yeah, chat with your team, make sure it makes sense. Guys, do not just copy stuff down. Ask people to explain it if you need. You are allowed to go ahead and work on other questions if you would like to. Like, if you are done with this one, you can work on other ones. Oh, well, we'll walk it through in order, right? What is this? Is what we're solving first. I love the bracket that you got. So what is that? Was it going to be negative or positive? There you go. So then, I'm going to hurt myself one of these days. Then we do our addition. If I have a debt, well, if you guys get it right, it doesn't matter. No one can steal it if you get it right. Kylie, you guys ready? Yeah. All right, Kylie, what'd you guys get? -96. That's because -96 is correct. You or somebody else come up to pull a block. That takes out problem 3. Finally, we get back around to team. What is it? Baguettes?
Baguette.
No, that's South. Sorry, team name. Team name. So Baguettes is drawn from the tower and team name. Mia, give me a number. 4. In golf, that means danger. Only area on this time. The problem on your sheet asks for area and perimeter. There are posters in this room. Both right over there. And one that I'm going to carry this direction. Oh, by the way, guys, remember that you get 4 for the problem. So you guys actually have 14 right now.
They have 14 also.
You guys have 14 also.
We have 5.
So it was 5 plus 4 plus 5. So after this one, you guys could have 14. There are posters all around my room involving things like, area formulas. Cough, cough. There are posters all over the place involving area formulas. Hey, Kylie, you are spacing out a bunch this morning. We got to do this. We have the opportunity to get this paper done today. I would start out by writing A equals and write out the work you're doing. Talk with your team. Well, this one is only area for the review game. So Mia is ready. Make sure you guys have a label on this because otherwise it's wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and say double check that you know what label. All right, team name team. Mia, what's your guys' answer? Unless I'm incorrect, I believe there's a steal opportunity.
Wait, how? You have to do divided by 2.
Do you want to give it away to the other teams? I will give each team, every team, 60 seconds to have an answer written down for this problem. I will randomly choose a paper to look at. I hope you just listened to what I just said. You have 60 seconds. I will randomly choose a paper to look at for this answer. This is steal opportunity. Which means you should probably check your work before you do it. Are you sure that's how it works? Are you sure that's how it works? I would check your poster. No, I'm not. I'm just drawing. I get bored and I draw. Hey, you gotta keep your mask on. It's not working at all. So you need to put that away. You can do it if you can have your mask on the whole time, but you're not doing it. You're blatantly disrespectful sitting in a group of 6 people. Your mask is just off. Okay, you know that. I shouldn't have to tell you this. Right. You made a mistake. Let's do better. Adam's stealing a paper. Stealing a paper. Ooh, we're not done. We're not done. Stealing a paper. Did new work anymore? This question goes up into the abyss, as nobody got points for this. I don't care. We're working as a team. Guys, give me your eyes. Do we think the actual score of this game matters? No. Does who win matter? No. The math is what matters, and we just all got this wrong. If you have not written down the correction on your paper, you probably still don't understand this. Stop. Stop. So, here's what we all did by accident. Because 7.6 was the side shown to us, you used that side. But when we act like this is half of a rectangle, if we were solving a rectangle, we would never use this. Right, if I draw a line across this rectangle, which is actually a square, you wouldn't use that length to figure out the area. Just like we don't use this leg to figure out the area. We use the legs that make a 90-degree angle, which Antonella was desperately trying to tell her team. And I think different people knew, but they needed to communicate to their team, we need to use 7 and 3 for the triangle, which then we do divide by 2, but that gets 10 and a half from the triangle. And then the square gives us 49. We add those together and get 59 and a half. Please make sure you've copied down the correct work. Doesn't actually matter who wins Jenga. Does the winner get anything? No. Eve, give me a number. 9. Am I going in the wrong order? No, it went that way. Right, our circle's going this way. Yeah, because you guys just went third, so we're back around to first. Yeah, Eve, number 9. Here we go. How many bricks are in a stack 20 feet high? This is on the back of your paper. We're only solving part A right now. This is a proportion, hint, hint, fraction equal to a fraction, hint, cough, cough. I guess I'm supposed to actually cough, aren't I? 6 bricks is 2 feet high. Eve, you can just let me know when you got your answer for your team. I would make a fraction with bricks and feet. Like one on top, one on bottom, bricks and feet. Although this one you might just be able to solve in your head. So if you put like number of bricks over number of feet, or number of feet over number of bricks, it doesn't even matter how we set it up. So try it. Put 6 bricks on top. Like labeling bricks. We gotta have labels. And then on bottom, so extend your ball. Put 2 feet. The problem is asking us to solve, so that's say equal. 20 feet go on top or on bottom. Yeah, and then talk with your team about how we get there and what that then gives us. Now wait a minute, are we doing 20 bricks or 20 feet? No, we're not. So wait, if you already got A, that's it. Like all we're solving right now is A. Okay, but Eve's part of your team and it's Eve's question, so you shouldn't be moving on if everybody in your team is not in the same place. Lucas, you're not being a very good teammate right now. Ooh, a table? We could make a table with bricks and height. I might even write that out. How tall would 0 bricks be? Yeah. You got an answer. Are you ready? Well, you have something written down. So, how did we go from 2 feet to 1? That's what math is from 2 feet to 1. And most often thinking of multiplication. Okay, so if we divide 20 by 2, we get there. So that's why we do this. So we went to 6 bricks. We multiply by 10. That's 6. All right, so team math kids. Eve, do you got an answer for us? It is 60. Guys, if this doesn't totally make sense, look at the board. This is why we're going to take a quiz when we come back to school, is see how much of this stuff actually stuck. I could set up a fraction equal to a fraction, but some of you guys, and I love this, you're more comfortable with tables, so you're like, well, I'm just going to make a table. I know 0 bricks would be 0 height. 6 bricks, they tell us, is 2 feet. They want us to get to 20 feet. Well, how do I go from 2 feet to 20 feet? Or some people recognized, what is this across the table? How do I go from 2 to 6? Times 3, right? I can solve it using division, but this is times 3. So it takes, like, essentially 3 bricks for every foot is what that's telling us. But what do I get if I do times 3? 60, which is exactly what Eve just told me. So 60 bricks. If I set up fraction equal to fraction, It doesn't matter if I have feet on top or bricks on top, but we do a times 10, right? To go from 2 feet to 20 feet, that's a times 10. And some people just recognize, oh, it's times 10. Guys, part B, I want you to go ahead, even though we're not doing part B right now, I want you to go ahead and set up part B. Put 6 bricks over 2 feet. Except in part B, what do they want us to solve for? 20 bricks. So that has to be with the number of bricks. So the multiplication we're going to need to figure out is going from 6 to 20. Going from 6 to 20. So Eve, either you or somebody else send them up to the tower. I forget which one that was. We'll find out if we pick it again by accident. Vincent! It was 9, sweet. Thank you. Vincent, give me a number. 13. This is 67C. 4 points for the problem, and then if you did an outside block, it's 5 more points for that, so you would add 9 to your score.
What's 9 plus 14? I don't know.
23, right? 67C. List 2 different scale factors Alexa could use to make a larger shape. This is going to Vincent's team. Vincent, whenever you and your team are ready, just let me know. We're almost out of time, so we're going to need to wrap this up. Hey, look back at number A for 67 if you want some help with your conversation. Look at A. All right, Vincent, do you have an answer? We're about to have to get out of here.
Okay, 11 tenths and 13 tenths.
Yeah, what are you really getting at here? So you said 11 tenths and 13 tenths.
It's bigger than 10 or bigger than 1.
Yeah, guys, anything bigger than 1. Any scale factor bigger than 1 will do this. All right, good work today, guys. 423 needs done by tomorrow. So you already have 423. I showed the answers at the beginning of this video, even. But needs done for tomorrow. I'm going to collect homework. I get to teach a little math lesson in the morning. So 423, I would turn it at the end of today if you can. So, all right, have a wonderful day, guys.